Evening, all. It's almost 6:30, and this is your closing comment. It is video number 511, and it was kind of an interesting day today. It was another split personality, except that this time it wasn't the Dow up and the Nasdaq down. It was exactly the opposite. The Dow tried to rally hard this morning. The futures, if you recall, were up as much as 200, but the market opened up about 80 or 100, managed to rally a little, and then was a very boring day. Weakness all day. It hit down about 130, but it came back at the close and closed down only $23 and change, where the NASDAQ closed up 2%, 232.57. It's almost like uh, there's some being who spins a wheel like on Wheel of Fortune and decides which one's up and which one's down, kind of arbitrarily. But the S&P was up about 0.7%, $27. Uh, the Russell was down 7 cents, and the transports were down about 90. Um, the weakness in the Dow was centered around just three stocks: Boeing pairing 43 Dow points off, American Express 32, and Disney 29. And on the upside, we had really only Microsoft up 37 and McDonald's up 31 Dow points. The market there was split 11 up, 19 down. So weekday all around. Um, I will mention here that the piece that I put out last night seems to have worked out pretty quickly. Zoom today closed 417 and a quarter, up 41. DocuSign 208.80, up 10 and a half, and Teladoc 183, up 11. Excuse me. Using the calls written, as I mentioned in that, would have resulted in immediate gains, losing the stock, etc. There really weren't very many of my sectors up. Most were down or at best mixed. The only one that was by a long shot positive was the food supply chain sector. So that'll be in tonight's note. Uh, the chart on the screen is the nat gas. And as I said the other day, I think we're way oversold. We're back at support where we broke out from originally. There's the old arrow. But as you can see, we came down within, a couple of cents of this 50-day moving average and moved up. Today was kind of quiet until it too moved up again, and tonight it's really trading up 100th of a cent, so basically unchanged at 302. What's interesting here, and I'll let you be the judge, is the fact that the 5-day has turned back up and the 20-day never actually turned down. So I think that we're in good shape with that one. The oil was up 9 cents, but it was a particularly ugly day. If you look at the range that we had, it was up over $43 a barrel. 43.06 was the high, and as you can see, it closed pretty much on the low. Let's give you a little better look here. It closed on the low. This 43 and a quarter area is really a problem. And we'll look at it on the weekly so that you can see what I'm talking about. This is that area where we peaked and just could not get through. And of course, the first time we peaked there, 43.57. The following week, we were $36. Same situation that I think may happen here. Uh, Moving forward. The gold was down $14, but the silver was down 19 cents. So the silver is again exhibiting a little bit more strength, and I'll show you what that one looks like. Let's go to the daily. Came down. In fact, we have a series of higher lows in here. If we can get this back through the high from a couple of days ago at 26.13, I think there's no stopping it until about $28, and maybe not there. There was one stock I'm going to mention, FPRX, uh, Prime Therapeutics. This company had a very positive trial in their gastric cancer treatment. The stock closed yesterday at $5.34, and the high today was $24. And right now, excuse me, it's trading at 22.14, which is up 16.80, and that is 314% up. So that's a really nice one. And on top of that, um, they came out this afternoon with a 5 million share secondary, and it did not hurt the stock. When you see these, a lot of times company will take advantage of it, and the stock will get hurt pretty badly. All of those little ones that had um, reverse splits that we've seen over the past several months did exactly that. They'd go from a couple of dollars to $10, and then they do some sort of a secondary to raise more money, and the stock would go from $10 back to $6. I mean, still a nice move from 2 or 3, but certainly a 40% discount from where it was when they priced the deal. Not so here. So that's pretty interesting. And the use of those funds is just to continue to finance their trials. So decent. Lyft and Uber both up today, closed basically unchanged, slightly higher. And that's about it for tonight, folks. I will be back first thing in the morning, and I just remind you, if you like the work, hit subscribe.